Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK government has recently implemented so many new laws, rules, policies, processes and all of that. Most of them have been very good, very positive and really welcome. Others have been like, oh my goodness, that's a no-no. Others are still down the pipeline, currently being discussed and considered by the government. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the fact that immigrants in the UK, people that are working or living in the UK, will have to wait longer to be able to get indefinite leave to remain. So, indefinite leave to remain is permanent residence to be in the UK. Once you get that, then you're free from all immigration laws and rules, and you can go solo. You can be unemployed, you can be self employed, you can be without an employer, you can leave, you don't need a certificate of sponsorship basically to be able to work or live in the UK. And that's why having indefinite leave to remain is a life changing moment for anybody that is an immigrant in any country. In a country like the UK, for example, that their immigration rules are so strict, when you get indefinite leave to remain, it's like, oh my goodness, look, I have landed, I'm here to stay, kind of thing. Because a year later, you get your British passport. So I'm going to be talking about this particular change, what this means for you, who is going to be affected by this. Is it people that are still to come to the UK? Is it people that are already in the UK? Who exactly does it affect, and what can you do to safeguard yourself to make sure that you are in the best position possible? Because as you know, I'm all about you optimizing yourself so that you are always 10 steps ahead of the game, ahead of everyone else, and ahead of the government itself as well, so that you're never caught up in all these, craziness. So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I absolutely appreciate your time. And I hope that you're finding these videos useful, helpful, but most importantly, you're implementing all of this. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, look, you want to be part of the family, just hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day. I said every day when I drop a new video on this channel. But before I get started, I do have a free newsletter where I send information directly to your inbox. So you're never reliant on the YouTube algorithm, but you've got me sending you that info directly. So, I'm all about career progression. I send information about career progression opportunities in the UK. I live and breathe career progression as somebody who started in the UK as a carer in a nursing home to then studying as an international student. And now I work in the most senior clinical nursing position. I absolutely love anything career progression. And by the way, I do support with career progression in the UK if you're not aware. So, starting your own side business ideas, opportunities that are in the UK, work from home jobs, getting free visa sponsorship jobs so that you're not spending thousands and millions to move to the UK when you can simply take the time, learn the processes, learn what is needed so that you can apply for jobs yourself directly from employers as you rightfully should be doing, and come to the UK without spending you know, millions of money and ending up in debt, which when you get to the UK, those jobs are even very low paid. You may not even be able to pay that money back. So please, if you check the comment section below, I've dropped a link to that newsletter. Once you join, I send that info directly to your inbox. Also, if there's anything personal you want to ask me, or you're thinking, Melvis, I've got this question, I just cannot put it here on YouTube. Please do use that newsletter as well. It's got all of my contacts. But if you got any questions as I go along, do use the comment section below and leave those questions on there. And you need to implement these things that I'm talking about. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the UK government changing the laws so that instead of having to wait 5 years as it is now, foreigners in the UK, immigrants in the UK will have to wait 8 years, that's an extra 3 years, in order to get indefinite leave to remain. What does this mean? What is the implication going to be? How can you safeguard yourself? That's why I'm here. So let me tell you, having the right employer in the UK is something that is going to be life changing for you. Taking the patience to choose your employer, take charge of the journey, and apply to legit UK employers is what is going to get you out of this. If you just meet the next best person that you see and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go for this job, look, you need to make sure that you're doing your research properly. Let me give an example, the NHS. People that work for the NHS, have you heard any problems that they're having, regarding visa sponsorship, or, money has been lost, or, millions in debt. There is none of that when you work for the NHS. I do understand that it can take a little bit of time to get jobs, with the NHS, but look, it is the best thing you can do for yourself. If you're in the UK already, whether you're here as a student, you've got another visa, you're a dependent, applying for jobs with the NHS is incredibly, incredibly life saving for you in the future. I'm going to tell you why. If you're out of the UK and you're watching my videos, look, you need to understand the differences with the various employers, you know. And like I always say, there are certain opportunities that help you get into the room, that they help you get your foot in the door, into the building. But once you're here, you need to be very smart. You need to know that there are employers and employers, so that you go for the best that are going to give you not only peace of mind, but you don't have that situation where, there's no career progression, you're stuck, you're not even sure whether you're going to get a job. Because when it comes to that indefinite leave to remain, instead of waiting the 5 years or 8 years, you're going to have to wait a lot longer. And look, the people that are coming to the UK now, in a few years to come, when it gets to indefinite leave to remain, I'm telling you this now, there are going to be so many problems. There are going to be many issues. There are many people right now that will be refused indefinite leave to remain in 5, 8 years' time because of the things that they are doing now, without understanding that those things have implications. And, again, this has a lot to do with the type of employer that you choose to have. And by the way, if you're watching this, you're wondering who I am. So my name's Melvis. I currently work, as an advanced nurse practitioner here in England. So I work for the NHS. And like I said previously, I started my journey working as a carer in a nursing home. I have a private career coaching program where I support with career progression in the UK, securing free UK visa sponsorship jobs, supporting you, guiding you so that you know how to apply for jobs in the UK, where to apply, how to position yourself, that CV, as well as interview preparation, so that you are well equipped, you know what I mean, and you're ready for those jobs. And that is how you get the good employers. Because to have a good UK employer, you need to have your application needs to be spot on. It needs to be 10 times ahead of, everyone else. And you need to make sure that you understand the job inside out, you know the role, you understand the interview, and that is what you're going to get as a member of a private coaching program, which, by the way, if you're interested, it's for nurses, carers, midwives, student nurses, prospective student nurses, anybody that's looking for UK visa sponsorship opportunities, whether it's to move to the UK or to switch from within the UK, then that program is 100% for you. So if you watch this video and you've watched till now, yes, you should be considering joining, which if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to see a link to that program. Once you join, we have a one-to-one session, you and I, going through who are you, what are you trying to achieve, how can you be supported, what's the best way forward, and what should you be doing right now to make sure that you maximize the opportunities that there are, whether it's getting visa sponsorship or career progression, or you are, say, a carer now in the UK, but you're a nurse or midwife back home and you're wanting to get into nursing. Again, I can support you with all of that, with or without IELTS or OET. There are different pathways for, that are currently available. Again, if you are wanting that personalized, tailored, and individualized support, then that's what I offer. You're going to meet other members of the program. We have live sessions every week on Thursdays. You're going to meet others, you're going to get advice from other people, you're going to ask your questions, you're going to interact. I remember last week when we had our live session, we started at 8:30 on the Thursday and we didn't finish until midnight. Like, that's how long the program took. So again, you can see how much support there is out there, and the fact that if you're doing this alone, it can be very daunting. So you need that support, you need that community of like-minded people, success-driven individuals to support and guide you. So, like I've said, it's all about the employer, and this particular change is gonna affect all of that. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you do want to hit that subscribe button, so that you're not the first person, you're the first person to be notified when I drop a new video on here, and you're not losing out on vital info. But most importantly, if you join my newsletter, then I send that info directly to your inbox, so that at your convenience, you're the first to see it and make sure that you don't miss out. Relying on YouTube, basically, it is not worth it, because if you're thinking about your career progression, you can't be relying, and reliant on YouTube. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Well, maybe. So Again, it's about choosing that employer, career progression, you know, thinking about time as well to save for your indefinite leave because it's pretty expensive. So please do share this with, your colleagues, loved ones. What do you think about all of this? What's your current situation with your employer? What do you need support with? Leave in the comment section below and I'll be able to support you. And do watch this other video here because it's really gonna help you grow, succeed, and thrive.